Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Pooja Karkurkar. I am a faculty at Edwise International and it's been 5 years that I'm working in this organization. I'll wait for 1 more minute for more students to join and then we'll continue with today's session. So if you have any query, you can post it at the end of this session. I'll be addressing those once I'm done with it. I welcome you all for today's session. So before continuing with our main topic, I'll would like to tell you about what Edwise is and what all services we offer you. So Edwise is there in this is there in this domain or in field since for last 29 years. It is India's leading overseas education consultancy, and we are being guiding students to achieve their ultimate goal of studying abroad. We have 24 branches all over India, across India, or that span India. Presently, we offer services for countries including USA, Canada, UK, Germany, Australia, Singapore, and many other countries. We do provide counseling and various other services are being given to you. We even offer training services for overseas examinations of IELTS, TOEFL, PT, Duolingo, GRE, GMAT, SAT, ACT, CAEL, CELPIP. So we do have well experienced and well trained trainers. So now let's continue with today's topic, that is 5 tips and tricks on IELTS and TOEFL. Generally speaking, IELTS is commonly accepted by almost every countries, while TOEFL is majorly accepted by US institution, and IELTS is also a well-known English language proficiency test. I hope that you all are aware about IELTS as well as TOEFL test pattern. Both these tests includes 4 sections, that is listening, reading, writing and speaking. So both these tests are time bound as well. IELTS you can appear it in 2 modes, that is paper based and computer delivered, while most of the institutions do accept TOEFL. Most of the institutions in USA, they just accept TOEFL, that is IBT test. It is purely computer delivered test. All sections are conducted on one sitting itself. So I would like to give few tips and tricks for making or for appearing this test, or how can you crack this test very easily. So first of all, I would like to give you a tip on listening. Usually people or students don't understand what exactly the speaker is saying. For that, you all can start listening to English language audios or documentaries. Try to listen to different accents or varieties of English accents, such as American accent, British accent, Australian accent or Canadian accent. That is because if you get familiar with different accents, it becomes easy for you to understand what exactly the speaker is trying to say. So if take an example of IELTS section 1 itself. If suppose speaker is saying a particular person's name and that name is your answer, if you are unable to understand what exactly the speaker has said, then it becomes difficult for you to write correct spelling for that word, and you might lose marks for that, because you can lose marks for that. That is because if you are not writing correctly spelled word, that particular answer will be considered as incorrect. Moreover, you can search for online radio station, national radio station audios mostly which are from UK, USA, Canada or Australia. That is because these radio stations, they often have program that discusses issues, and you will hear people suggesting ideas and discussing possible solutions for those issues that they are discussing. So this is usually useful for you in IELTS listening section 3 or part 3. And in TOEFL, whenever you are listening to conversation, this will be definitely really very helpful for you all. This particular technique or activity, if you do it on a regular basis, it will help you to understand what the speaker is trying to say, and you will be even able to recognize what the organization of information is presented in that audio. Okay. Secondly, I would like to give you a tip on reading section. There are many students who are very much least interested in reading articles, or they don't have any habit of reading anything. So definitely those students are going to face problem in solving passages in both reading in both IELTS as well as TOEFL. So I would suggest you to start reading English publications such as magazines, newspapers. You can read novels as well. So this will help you enhance your speed reading ability, because if you are able to read at speed, it is really a very plus point. You can save on your time, as both IELTS and TOEFL reading test is a time bound test, and if you are unable to answer all the questions within the stipulated time, you won't be able to score good definitely. So this is a very good activity that you can do it monthly on daily basis, as this will even help you to understand or analyze the content that you are reading. Moreover, you can check the type of question that you have in reading passages, and accordingly you can decide what strategy to use or what skill to be used for solving that question type. So there are various skills like intensive reading, scanning, skimming, speed reading. So you can decide which particular tip or trick to be used for solving one type of question. So in TOEFL, you usually get multiple choice of question, but in IELTS, there are different question types like fill the gaps, label diagram, or answer question, match the following. So it will really help you up if you strategize your reading time. So you can decide how much time to allocate on which type of question. Let's continue with the writing strategy. So usually most of the students, frankly speaking, they face problem in writing essays. That is because they lack content, they are unable to list out points in an order. So if your essay is not well structured or it is not well organized, you are definitely going to lose your band score or lose your marks in TOEFL. So before you start writing your essay, you plan out what you are going to write. You list down points. So be it TOEFL test or be it IELTS test, organization is really very important. So you note down points that you will be writing down that you will be including in your essay. So if suppose the question is about advantage and disadvantage, so make a tabular form, right? List out the distinguish between advantages as well as disadvantages. Spare few minutes, like you can spend around 2 minutes in both when you are preparing IELTS as well as TOEFL test to list down what points you actually have related to the topic. That is because if you write any point that is out of context, you are going to lose your band score. Okay. Moreover, let's continue with speaking tip. Here, in speaking, if your pronunciation is not very clear, it won't be giving you proper band score or appropriate score in TOEFL. That is because in both sections your speaking will be recorded and it is evaluated later on. So you need to be very clear with your speech. You need to use appropriate tone, and your voice modulation should also be there. If you speak in a one single tone or in a monotonous way, you are going to lose your band score. So please keep this in mind, that when you're speaking, try to stress on few words, try to stress on points that you feel is really important, okay, when you are addressing a particular question. So, and in IELTS, never give one word or one line answers. Don't give answer either in yes or no form. That is because the person who is listening to your audio, or who will be giving you who will be grading you, so that person won't be able to understand what exactly you need to say. Moreover, he won't know how fluent you are with your language. So use proper information, express your ideas in proper vocabulary, and try to add on transition words when you are answering question. That is because it will give proper structure whenever you are speaking. So use linking words, use cohesive devices. It will give a proper flow to your speech. So, and even try to give variety of use varieties or range of vocabulary in answering while you are answering question. Next is this last step is only for TOEFL test. So whenever you are appearing TOEFL examination, you will be listening to audios in listening, writing and speaking. So in these three sections, you have to take notes when you listen the audio. So don't scribble down on your paper. Write the notes in a proper format. Write it in flow chart manner, one point below the other, so that it becomes easy for you to understand what exactly you have written, and you can analyze the information in an appropriate way. And in writing as well as speaking, you can note down points when you have reading extract as well, because both TOEFL writing and speaking includes integrated tasks. So in writing task 1, in writing your task 1 will be integrated task, and in speaking there will be two integrated tasks mostly. That is because you will have, in speaking you will have a passage, and then you will listen to audio which would be related to that particular passage. So it would have points that would be that would be in the continuation, or it might contradict the point that is there in the passage. So note down points properly. Taking down notes is really very important in TOEFL test. Okay, so I hope that all these tips will be helpful for you. Try to use this when you are practicing TOEFL or IELTS test. See, practice definitely will help you to score good in both these tests, but don't just keep on practicing test material. So otherwise, that is because you even analyze where exactly you are making mistake, okay, where you are going wrong in writing section or in a reading section or in speaking. How can you improve that? That is really important, along with practicing or along with giving more mock tests. So if you all want to avail more comprehensive training, you can enroll at our institute. We have well experienced, well trained faculties. Because of this pandemic, we are conducting sessions online through Zoom, and we are giving assignments to students and sharing materials with them through Google Classroom. We have flexible weekday and weekend batch schedule, and the strength of each class is of 10 students. To avail, like, there are various promotional offers as well that we provide to students. So if you want to know more about in detail, or if you want to know about those promotional offers, you can visit our website, that is www.edwise.com, or contact our nearest branch. So all our branches are working. So if you have any query related to counseling or which country to offer, you can get in touch with our country counselors. We do conduct virtual fairs as well on a regular basis. Please please attend those virtual fairs, visit our live sessions which are usually conducted on Instas and Facebook. Thank you, students. Now I'll address your queries. Let's see. So you all can start posting queries related to IELTS and TOEFL. I'll be addressing those. Jatin, I have shared speaking tip. Hope you might have heard it and hope that you use it. Yes, there is IELTS center in Chandigarh. Rabba, you can contact a counselor for the procedures to study in Sydney, Australia for master's degree. You can DM a counselor, will get back to you. No, we don't assist for immigration. Russian 5.5 band score is not accepted by any country. Minimum you must get 6 band in all the sections. Your band score shouldn't be less than 6, and overall it must be 6.5. Then only you are eligible. Jatin, in Mumbai, the bodies that conduct examination, they allot you the centers. They will be providing you the venue details once you do the registration. Guys, please drop down your queries related to IELTS or TOEFL. Good evening, Shrikant. So for scholarship loan shadow, you can talk to a counselor. They'll guide you better. No, it's not compulsory to give TOEFL. You can even give IELTS if you are applying for USA. So we have IELTS course coaching we provide, that is for 30 hours. No, it's not at all difficult. Both paper-based and computer-delivered tests are same. So it depends upon your comfort zone. So if you are comfortable with computer, you can offer CDT test. If you are more comfortable with pen and paper, then you can go with paper-based test. Yes, definitely there are advantage of giving computer delivered test. That is, you get your results within 5 to 7 days, whereas paper based test result takes 13 days. So 30 hours is our training duration. If you are willing to join our coaching, you can get in touch with counselor. They'll help you up with the enrollment process. They'll even guide you about these batch schedule. So we have weekday and weekend batch. If suppose you're working, you can join our weekend batch. Okay. both the examinations are just same, the level is same. So TOEFL or IELTS is easy or not, you don't go as per that. So you check what your university requirement is. So whether they are asking you to appear IELTS or TOEFL. Yes, you can definitely opt for TOEFL instead of IELTS. Sections in TOEFL are same as IELTS, but there are different modules in TOEFL. Yes, Canada accept both TOEFL and IELTS. There are rare universities they do, but check with your counselor, or you can get in touch with our counselors as well to know whether a particular college accepts TOEFL in Canada or not. There is no negative marking either in TOEFL or IELTS. See, IELTS is a language proficiency test. It is not the test to improve your English speaking. So you first, it's totally different actually. So if you're good with English, you are fluent with English, then it's not mandatory that you have to give IELTS. If you're looking forward to study abroad, then it's essential, then it's mandatory to appear for this language proficiency test, that is IELTS, TOEFL, PT or Duolingo. Naresh, now IDP has taken over British Council business in India, so there is only one body that is going to conduct IELTS examination in India, which is IDP. Nitin, you can get in touch with your counselor, that is Shraddhika, for any query that you have. Lisa, it depends. If your university is not asking for GRE scores, if you are appearing for if you wish to pursue your master's degree from US, then IELTS is enough, or you can even give TOEFL test. Sammy, you can post your questions again, I'll address it. Yes, we do assist you for visa process. Questions? Any other question? Sammy, you can get in touch with a counselor. You can drop your number and email ID. Yes, Duolingo is accepted in USA for application process. Shahul, if you are making your application through Edwise, there is no application fee because we have type with them. Guys, please post your queries on IELTS and TOEFL exam. Yes, Abdul, we do provide coaching for GMAT. Manas, yes, we do provide counseling. Dev, if you have any query related to IELTS and TOEFL, I'll answer it. And for visa related process, you can just meet the country counselor, because the processing time it varies from country to country. Like which country you are applying to, it depends upon that. Hope I have addressed all of your queries which are related to IELTS and TOEFL. And for any other query, please DM. Okay. Thank you for joining.